There was once a merchant from the town of Nizhny Novgorod in Russia who had 3 daughters. They were all beautiful, but the youngest was the most lovely because she was beautiful on the inside as well as on the outside. Her eyes were always looking for the good in the world. Her hands were always ready to do good. Her 2 elder sisters picked on her. They gave her all the work to do, and they called her Glupishka, little stupid, because she was so innocent and good. One day, the merchant needed to leave town to go for work, and he asked each of his daughters what they would like him to bring them back as a gift. The elder sisters asked for silks and satins, for leathers embroidered with gold so that they could have dresses and shoes made for themselves. And then they turned to little stupid. What about you, little stupid? What do you want? I would like a silver saucer and a juicy apple, please, Papa. The merchant looked at his youngest daughter. It's no wonder they call her little stupid, he thought. But out loud he said, of course, moya daragaya, the juiciest apple. And he waved goodbye to his daughters and off he went. Within a month's time he had returned. No sooner had he come back than his eldest daughters ran out and they grabbed the precious fabrics from the carriage before he'd even had a chance to step down. But little stupid got him down, took him into the house, dusted him off, gave him something to eat. And then he produced from his bag a silver saucer and a juicy apple. What are you going to do with these? He said. Little stupid took the saucer and she spun the apple in the saucer round and round. Faster and faster it went until a mist formed. She looked into the saucer and there she could see rivers and lakes and thick forests. She could see the Tsar and Tsarina on their throne. She could see villages and people dancing and singing, a string of stars in the sky. In that saucer, she could see all the beauty of the world, and her eyes shone. And her sisters were filled with envy. They wanted to see what little stupid could see. If you give us your silver saucer, if you give us your juicy apple, we'll give you our silks and our satins. But little stupid didn't want those. And so the sisters went to a dark corner of the house and they made a dark plan. The next day they asked little stupid if she would like to come wild berry picking. Little stupid said she would rather play with her silver saucer and apple. But they said, do you expect us to carry the berries home and ruin our clothes? So she had no choice. She took her saucer and her apple with her and went into the forest. She picked and picked at the berries until the bushes were empty and her saucer was full. And then she looked to see where her sisters had gone. She saw them a little way off, holding an axe. You don't need an axe to pick berries, do you? Give us the silver saucer. Give us the juicy apple. So they chopped off her head with an axe. And then they took her silver saucer. They emptied it of all the berries. They spun the apple in it and they looked into the saucer greedily. But they couldn't see anything. They tried again. Nothing. It was useless. They dug a hole in the ground and they put little stupid's body in there, the silver saucer and the apple as well, and they covered the mound with some earth. And then they went back to their father. And they said that little stupid has been eaten by wild wolves. Summer turned to autumn and the leaves fell from the trees. Autumn turned to winter and snow covered the mound of earth. And then finally spring came and blossoms filled the trees. And out of the center of the mound of earth grew a solitary reed. A shepherd came past the mound and he saw the reed growing there. He cut it, he whittled holes into it, he put it to his lips, and the reed began to play and sing. Je zabolivani grudi да головушка, да зено, ете ело десиде, чушка, душка, а его е, о еде, оде paso de dusi verina, aon pasvaioi. With cruel eyes they buried me in the deep dark wood. The shepherd boy sank to his knees. He dug at the earth and it was loose, and he uncovered the most beautiful girl. Her skin was as cold as stone, and next to her was a silver saucer. An apple was spinning inside it. Faster and faster it spun, so wildly that it ground to a pulp. It became a juice. Won't you wake me from my sleep in the deep dark wood? The shepherd boy put the saucer to her lips and he poured the juice down her throat. And then suddenly the colour returned to her cheeks and her lips. Her eyelids fluttered open. The shepherd boy took her by the hands and he pulled her out. He looked into her eyes. They were shining like stars. In those eyes, he could see all the beauty of the world.